Hi everyone, Jeri Bellini here. Welcome to another Yaya. And today I have a lot of things to talk about, to tell you. I'm so excited. I got stuff to show you and big news. Yeah, big news. All right, let's start with the big news first. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to blurt it. I'm going to blurt it out and then I'm going to tell you the backstory. So, I am going to be one of the teachers in an online retreat this spring. Yes, it's called Making Zen. And I'm assuming a lot of you have heard about that and know about it. And if you don't know about it, if you haven't heard, I will explain more as the time gets closer. But I cannot believe it. I've always wanted to do something like this, but I've never actually pursued it. So it just kind of it knocked on my door. So I got recently, it was a couple weeks ago, I was cleaning out my computer because it's getting full again. And I was going through all my emails and whatnot. And I came across this email, and it was from Kate. She's the lady that runs the Making Zen. And I went, I think I'm on her email list. And I went, what is this? And it said, would you be interested in participating in our Making Zen workshop? Somebody recommended you. So I went, heck yeah. And I looked at the date, and I had gotten the email about 2 weeks prior. I couldn't believe that I didn't see it, okay? But I get a lot of emails, so I missed it. And I went, oh my gosh, did I miss the deadline? And I quick sent her an email, and I said, oh, I just saw your message. I would love to, but you have to fill out an application even though you get invited. You have to submit a formal application and put all kinds of information and submit, kind of a vague idea of what you might do and that kind of thing. So I realized I didn't miss the deadline. I was getting close, but I didn't miss it. So I took a few days and filled it out and sent it in, and I was like, I'm like, is she going to accept me? Am I going to get accepted? Anyway, I just heard a couple days ago, I just heard that I did make it in, and I'm beyond tickled to death, okay? Yeah. So that's my big news for today. I'll tell you more about it as it gets closer. But I think there's about 20 different teachers, and it's a free-ish thing. In case you don't know, if you've never heard of it, Google it, Making Zen. And every day for a week, an email goes out. You have to register for it. An email goes out, and you get to watch the classes from maybe, I think probably 4 teachers. Okay, I'm not going to get this exact. I participated in this for years, and you only get 24 hours to watch it for free. And then if you are excited about the content and you want to keep it forever, they have this VIP package, and you get all this extra stuff as well as getting these videos, lifetime thing. Yeah. I'm so excited. Did I mention I was excited? So there's so many different steps to participating in this. You have to submit a proposal of what you want to do, and then you have to do different things that have to do with that. So I did vaguely submit what I wanted to do, and then you have to follow that up with, more specifics. I'm excited. I cannot show you what I'm going to do. I can't even tell you. I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to do. But Kate said I could tell you that I was accepted. So there you have it. I just spent 4 minutes on it. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to the gal that recommended me, and that is Kiala Givehand. And I'm going to put her link below. She makes YouTube videos. She does online courses and all kinds of other things. And Kiala and I have a relationship. And it started with me taking a business course from her many years ago on, how to run a business, how to run a business on the internet. And so thank you so much, Kyla, for recommending me for making Zen. All right. That was my big news for today. I know, a lot of facial expressions and motions, because that's what happens to me when I get excited. I move around a lot. All right. The other things, because I said I have a lot of stuff to share with you today, is I'm pointing over here. Brian brought in, so we've been busy in the shop. Of course, we're always busy in the shop. But he brings in this big bag last week, and he plops it down in front of the washer and dryer, and he goes, there's some wool blankets in there, and I need them. We're cutting up, we're running out of stuff in the shop, so he's got to make more parts and pieces, like the kits and stuff that we sell. He said, so he plops his bag down, and he goes, there's some wool blankets in there. Could you take care of that, wash them? And what I have to wash them, I wash them like 3 times. Because wool blankets, when they felt, they get really fuzzy. That was a sidebar. Anyway, and dry them. And so it's a big bag of stuff. And I'm going, where did this come from? And he said, I don't remember. I don't know. He was cleaning the garage. He had bought it somewhere. He must have bought it at the flea market and forgot all about it. So there was like 4 wool blankets in there that I wound up washing. And there was some other stuff in there that was really interesting, and I want to show it to you. So let's do that first. So there was just regular woolly blankets, that you would use on a bed. And then there were these blankets that are so amazing. All right, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole entire thing in a video because they're huge. Get the chair out of the way. Yeah. Okay. Is this the right side or the wrong side? That's the wrong side. All right. Look at this. Do you believe this? Look at this. Look at this. Handmade. Handmade. I washed it already. Very carefully. Gentle cycle, cold water, because this I did not want to shrink. I don't even know. Can you see it? I'm going to have to lay it out. And I'll lay it on my living room floor and show it to you. It's enormous. Can you see? It's bigger than me. It's like 4 times bigger than me. Look at this. There's one down here that is so adorable. It's a little girl. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. It's amazing. Yeah. I'm not sure. It feels like it's wool. It feels like it's wool. I'm not 100% sure though. So that's why I was super careful when I washed it. This was in the bag with these woolly blankets. And I went, Brian, what the Harry? It looks like it's in pretty good shape too. So I'm going, look at that, the flag. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to lay it down on the floor, like I said, for you. And, all right, look, now this, it was three blankets plus all the wool blankets. The wool blankets we cut up for kits and stuff. Look at this. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Granny square. It's folded in half. It feels like iron. Look at it. It's amazing. Look how, I don't know, can you tell how small that is? That's really small. Do I have a ruler here? No. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's got a little edging on it. Yeah, it's beautiful. I will lay this out on the floor too. This looks like more like a a big twin size. There's another one. This one, it looks like the block is just a little bit bigger. Oh, I think they're so gorgeous. This looks like a twin too. It's folded in half. See, it's folded in half. Can you imagine all the hours that went into this? I'm actually making granny squares to make a sweater. I wanted to make a, sit back down. I wanted to make a sweater, and I have a whole bag of them, and I'll show you at some point when I have a minute, because right now I don't have a minute even, because now with this Making Zen thing, I'm working on the sample, you know, and writing out my step outs and all that stuff, my outline and whatever. And I want to make sure I get that. I want to make sure I get that done, like, so I don't get anxious about it. So I'm doing that, and I made a few new kits for the store. And let's just talk about Valentine's Day for a second. So that's in 2 weeks, because today's February 1st. And yeah, I wait till the last minute. What do they call that? Being late to the party? I'm a little late to the party, but that's okay. Last year, I made these kits, and I did a YouTube video for you to show you how to make these little heart ornaments that you can use on your Christmas tree, but you could also, you know, just hang them around for Valentine's Day. And of course, this is not of course, but this is wool, because, you know, I love to stitch with wool. And we wound up selling kits for these in our store. And we've been selling quite a few of them the last month, probably for Valentine's Day. They make great gifts to somebody you love. But you can certainly make this, you know, if you have some wool, you can make them. And I have the video. I'll put the link below. So I wanted to just remind you that I had that video up for you. And I always like to make something new this time of year, because Brian and I got married on Valentine's Day, but I did lose my mom February 8th. And last year, that's why I made these little hearts, just in memory, her memory. And so this year, what I wound up doing, Brian wanted to kill me because I should have done it earlier, of course, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I wasn't thinking about it. I don't know what I was doing. I was busy doing something else, I'm sure. But I came up with this idea, and I said, ooh, wouldn't this be cute? Let me put this back here. Wouldn't this be cute? So it's a little hanging scroll. And yeah, I made a kit for it. Okay, well, Brian's doing it right now. I just made this yesterday. Okay, so this is a quick project if you wanted to make something for Valentine's Day. Seriously, I started it last night, and I got all the hearts done, got all these done last night, and stitched them onto this. This is wool, and stitched the buttons on. And today, all I did this morning was attach this and a backing. So this kit has all the hearts, okay, are in the kit. There's 4 red buttons, so that's in the kit. This wool is 3.5 inches wide, I think. There's 2 strips of it. So the front, and then when you stitch the hearts on, you kind of make a little mess in the back. So I thought, let's cover that up, because if you just wanted to hang it like someplace sideways where you would see the back too. So I included another strip for the back, and you could actually embroider on this strip too. You could do a double-sided thing if you wanted to, and put something else interesting on the back. But what's in the kit is enough to make 5 hearts. These 3 are there. This rope is there. And what else is in there? Thread's in there. I included 3 skeins of floss, 1 skein of red for sure, and the other 2 are some other color, just for you to stitch some of the hearts and whatnot. But I thought it came out so cute, and it was such a quick make. All right, my kits are starting. my kids are going to starting to have instructions in them, which I'm very, very proud of, because it was a lot of thinking. And I did have a friend who helped me, and she read them to make sure that, you know, they made sense. Thank you, Carol, so much for your help. And I did make another kit. So let me show you the other one now. So the second kit, here's the handout. It's already done. And it's, you know, cover page with a couple pages inside that come out like that. The instructions. Yeah, I'm getting professional. All right. But because this is all the dots, okay? The dots are just, I am just so in love with the dots myself. And I see from your comments that you guys are in love with the dots as well. So thank you so much. I am working on my yellow dots, and that is a very slow, my word, you know, for the year, and for my setting my intention for the dots and for everything I do is ease. Ease. Yeah. And anyway, so the dots. Okay, so check this out. Isn't that cute? All right, it's a new spin on the dots. I don't want to make you too crazy, because I know you're probably already doing the cotton dots, but these are wool dots. Aren't they cool? It's a totally different type of dot. Well, it's a circle, obviously, so it's not that different, but I did embroidery right on the dot, and I didn't do any embroidery around the little square. But you could definitely stitch around the square. I just wanted the dot to be front and center. And there's 25 dots or circles in this piece. And I decided against a border. I just didn't want to fight the border to fight with the dots. But you could put a border on it if you wanted to. Yeah. And stitching on wool is like stitching in heaven. It's so nice to stitch on wool. And this particular one has cotton backing. So let me tell you about the kit that I made. So you get in this kit, you get 25 wool squares. These are 3.5 inches, I think. Yeah, I think they're 3.5 inches. I got so many things on my mind right now. 3.5 inch squares, wool squares. There's 25 different ones. And then, of course, there's 25 different dots. And they're not exactly the ones that we're looking at here, because I had actually started this project a while ago. Forgot all about it. It was sitting in the closet. Saw it. It was one of my UFOs. So let me tell you what else is in this particular kit. You get a piece of cotton. This is 100% cotton, like quilting cloth. I believe it's my choice, and it's some kind of a dot. It won't be this particular one. This one was old, and I had this one for a while. But you know, it's a backing. You're not really going to see it, but they're nice. They're all polka dots of some sort for the backing. You get some embroidery floss. I forget how many skeins. 5, I think. 5 skeins of embroidery floss. You do get a Bowen needle, my favorite Bowen needle that you use to stitch on wool. That would be the number 3. And blah, 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 blah. What else? The backing, the wool, excuse me. And yeah, I think that's it. But you also get instructions. Yeah, I made instructions this time. I'm so proud of them. And Carol proofreaded them. Carol proofread them for me. So they appear to be in good shape. I don't tell you what embroidery stitches to make with this. That's creative expression. You do whatever you want, but I tell you everything else, how to put everything together and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's exciting. I do stitch this on a foundation cloth. And that is not included in the kit, but you can use anything. I think I used a piece of flannel in here. There is no video for this. This time we're using instructions. And there you go. Yeah. All right, so there's that. Let me show you, I have my list, what I'm doing. And I started this January, right? In the beginning of the month, I guess. And I don't usually play along with people's videos, their daily stitchings or whatever, because I have so many things I'm working on for my channel and for my shop and whatever. But this one really kind of like called to me. And this is Lisbeth Degn, I think is how you spell her, say her last name. And she's doing, I forget what she's calling it, to be honest, so please forgive me. But I just enjoyed seeing this, because, you know, it's like a big dot. How could I not be drawn to it? And I said, I'm going to do that. And honestly, it didn't take very long. And she's only doing once a month. So I said, I could handle that. So at the end of, at the end of the year, we'll have 12 pieces of something. Now, I think she's putting hers in a book. She does have a Facebook group. I'll put her little link below so you can check that out. But I think there's so many people doing this. I'm sure a lot of you are doing it already. Now, if you see that it doesn't look exactly like hers, if you're already doing it yourself, she did two or three rows, three, I think. Geez, can you talk today, Jeri? Not much. 3 rows of running stitch around here, but I did this weird, I made this twist. So last year, this gal in my Facebook group, Elizabeth, I won't say her last name, but Elizabeth, she posted in our Facebook group this, I'm going to call it twine, that she was making, and she was using leftover scraps and whatnot. And she doesn't do videos or anything. And everybody was saying, Elizabeth, you know, how did you do that? And she was trying to explain it, but she asked me if I would do a video on it. So I did. And I put my own spin on it. And between the two of us, I think we came out with some really interesting twine. So that's what this is under here. And then I couched it down. So I made it, and then I couched it down. And I'll put the link below for you. If you want to make some of this particular twine, because I love it. I just love it. You can use it for so many things, but for some reason, it just called to me to put it on here. There it is. And if you're curious, because my square isn't the same size as Lisbeth's, it's a little smaller, I think. It's like 9.5 inches. 9 inches? It's 9 inches. It's not really even square. It's 9 inches. But I think I'm going to keep doing it. I mean, if it's not a big deal, I think I can manage it. Ease, right? All right, what else did I had this little thing I wanted to show you. And Brian bought this. Now, why did he go? There was something on Marketplace. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember, but I saw it and I said, ooh, go pick it up for me. So I bought this stuff from this lady on Marketplace, and when he got there, she had this vintage sewing machine cabinet. It had an old, it wasn't like a featherweight or anything real valuable, but it had this old metal black, you know, sewing machine, and she just wanted it out of there. So he brought it home. I mean, God bless him. He brought it home, and so in the sewing, it was a sewing machine table. In the table, when he opened the drawers, it was full of sewing things, and this little thing was in it. Look at that. I hope we're focused. And you're probably going, what is it? I've never ever seen anything like it. So this is the bottom, and it screws off. It's a thimble. Okay, it's a thimble. Put it on that finger. And then, look, I don't know, it's a little thread. Isn't that cute? The thread came out of the little hole there. in the lady. Yeah, I would think there's no place, I don't see any place to put a needle or anything. But isn't it adorable? I mean, I never, like I said, I never saw anything like it. So I said, I'm taking this. So it's in here. I brought it in my room. Anyway, what else is new? I've just been really busy working on my yellow dot project too. And I think I finally came up with a very pleasing arrangement. And so I'll be making another video for you with that. I don't know, at some point. I'm not making any promises on any of my videos anymore because that has to do with ease. And, you know, I like to show up for you on Mondays for Happy Yellow Monday. But the Yellow Dot Project, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying that. And I'm enjoying going slow and just really considering what I might do in the project. And I do have it laid out on my board back there. I can't show it to you though. I'll show it to you in the next video. But you know, when I turned around, I just saw something else. All right. So a lot of you have seen this already, but I got this out the other day. It was, you know, I told you my mom, she passed away in February the 8th. And I made this block, and this is my mom. And I've been very interested in portraits in cloth. And so I've been having a play with that. And I'll talk to you more about it another time. But yeah, this is my mom. I'll put a picture on the end. I love it. I really have to get back to working on her quilt. It's a combination of t-shirt cloth and these squares that I love to do. And this technique with the whole whip stitch and the invisible basting, I got that all from, I was inspired from Jude Hill with all that. In fact, she inspired my dots. Yeah, because she likes to do circles. Oh, I forgot to write this on my list, and I wanted to tell you about this. I wanted to give a shout out to Wendy Brightbill. She is a wonderful artist. I've been following her for many years, and she does courses online, and she sells her work. She does a lot of paintings, but she also makes books. And she just advertised a course that she updated recently, and it's called Tattered and Frayed. And she's using vintage books. And, you know, if you've been hanging around me a while, you know that we have a store, Recycle Parts for Art, and we sell things to make books. We sell a lot of book text, but we sell a lot of book covers. We have thousands of them, literally. And anyway, I was watching her, and I said, I'm just going to write to her. So I did. I sent her an email, and I said, hey, Wendy, I'm just looking at my dog. She's holding her foot up. I said, hey, Wendy, I just wanted to tell you, I don't mean to be forward or anything, but I just wanted to tell you we have a lot of book covers in our shop. If you're interested, because she did a video and she showed you how she went to these consignment stores and she was buying these books and she was paying a lot of money for them. And then she'd have to take them apart to make the book that she was making. And so I said, ours are already taken apart. You know, maybe you could take a look. I didn't want her to feel pressure or anything, but I really love her. And I thought, you know, maybe if we artists, we all stick together right here and we look out for one another. So she said, I'm going to put your link in my course. And she did. She put my link in her course. Wasn't that nice of her? So I just want to give a shout out to her. And maybe you take a look at her YouTube videos and I don't know, maybe you think about taking one of her courses. She's awesome. Okay, Brian came in. He interrupted our video to show me something he just found on Marketplace. So I've been looking for a table for my dining area. It's not really a separate room. And I had a table in my mind. I wanted something really long and kind of narrow, and he was going to make me one. But, you know, we're so busy with so many things. He's been wanting to make me one for 5 years now. So, and I'm patient. I'll wait. I'm fine. Anyway, he saw one on Marketplace and he wanted to come in and show it to me. It's really pretty. So he said he was going to message them and see, you know, if he could go look at it and maybe buy it for me. Maybe for a wedding present. I think we're going to be married 19 years. Yeah, this year. All right. Anyway, that was a big sidebar. So, I was getting ready to show you this. It was leaning back against my pens. I pointed to it. And it's a journal that I made. It's not finished. There's very few things in my life that are finished. But I made it with wallpaper. And I was supposed to go to Florida. Kiala Givehand, again, isn't that funny? Her name's coming up a couple times right now. I was supposed to go to Florida. She had a little shop at one point, and she was having creatives from all over come down and do some teaching in her shop. And we had an appointment to do that, and I got sick or something, and I couldn't go. But yeah, I always wanted to make a course out of this. So I took it out. I saw it, came across it the other day. Because it's one of the things I want to do this year is make a few courses. Online courses, and I thought I really enjoy teaching, so I thought that would be great, and it would be a great form of income for us too. So I'm going to do a course on this. Thank you, Kiala, for the nudge, and yeah, it was super fun. So I pulled it out, and I just thought I would show it to you. You know, I did forget to show you something else because I just saw this when I turned around for something. Brian found this at a thrift store last week. Isn't it amazing? Well, of course it's yellow, so of course it's amazing. And green. I love yellow and green. And it's wool. Can you see? It must have been, I'm feeling like, see if you can tell me, like, was there like a little loom, a little round loom that you would make these things? That's what I feel like it is. But yeah, it's all yarn, and it must be from the 70s. It looks like something from the 70s. So yeah, I found it in the thrift store and brought it home. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to part with it or I'm going to keep it. I can't keep everything. I want to, but what I tend to do is keep something for a while, enjoy it, and then pass it on to the next person. So that's probably what I'll do with this, is I'll do that. And I have been giving a lot of thought to, I don't want to use the word downsizing, but yeah, I guess it's a form of downsizing. We don't have a whole lot of stuff in our home. We have a lot of stuff downstairs in our shop. But yeah, I just feel like I've been watching a lot of these videos, tiny house videos on YouTube. And did I mention that I got that YouTube Premium? Oh my gosh, I love it. There's no commercials, and anytime I watch a video, the creator gets paid. Okay, so I'm like all over it. Anyway, that was another sidebar. So for some reason, these little tiny house videos have been coming up. And as most of you know, I got a lot of new subscribers here. So thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. If you're new here, you don't know about what I do in the summer. April 15th to October 31st. I do not live here in Pennsylvania. I live in New Jersey. It's called Cape May, New Jersey, and it's a beach community. And nothing fancy, so no worries about that. I'm in a campground, and I do have a tiny house, and I do have a tiny house tour down somewhere. I'll link it in the video description below for you to see where I am. It's a cute little tiny house. It's 400 square foot, I think. I love it because I have a lot of craft stuff down there, but when you live in a tiny house, it's so easy to clean it and to manage it. Now, we did put a little sun porch on, so I do have another 200 square foot out there. So that's a total of 600. So Is that really a tiny house? I don't know. Tiny houses are pretty small. It's a big tiny house. All that to say, I'm mesmerized when I'm watching these tiny house videos. Some of them are spectacular, and people are living in them like year round. I have noticed, I'm going to say 90% of the ones that I've watched, the videos, it's a single person living in there. And for the most part, when I first started watching them, it was mostly women, but now I'm seeing men living, single men. Occasionally I see a couple. One video was a family. It was a couple with a child. Yeah. And I thought, wow, that's got to be interesting. But they mostly, it seems that they're in warmer climates, so they can live outside. They can use like a big deck and stuff as part of their living space for most of the year. Anyway, they have their pros and cons to them. Let me know what you think. Maybe some of you live in a tiny house, and I would love to hear from you if you do. And if you ever did a video on your tiny house, absolutely, I would love that. My email is always below the video, all the way down at the bottom of the description. I would love to see if you made a video on your tiny house. I would love to see that. So I do think about things like that. Part, I think, of getting older, as many of you know, I'm 70 now, and I think about the fact that, you know, I might be alone someday, or Brian might be alone someday, or we might just get like old and crotchety and we can't manage. Where would we want to be? So I was laying on the sofa the other night. I'm really going off on a tangent here, but you know, I like to talk to you a little bit about aging creatively. And I was laying on the sofa the other night. I didn't feel really well, and you know, aches and pains and stuff, and I was ruching around in the bed too much. I'm doing really well at physical therapy, though, by the way. That was a total sidebar. I can tell you about that another day. But yeah, I was just like, I couldn't get comfortable. So I came out and I was laying on the sofa, and it's so quiet in my living room. It's so quiet here. It's just so quiet. And I was laying there thinking, is this what it would feel like to be like by yourself in the house? So I know a lot of you do live alone. And this house isn't suited for somebody to live by themselves. A man could live here by himself, but not a woman. It's 4 acres, and that's a lot of property. Not that we take care of all of it. There's 2 acres that we mow, but you know, I'd have to hire a mower. I'm going off on a tangent, but I was laying on the sofa and I was thinking about that, and it started making me, it must be because I was watching these tiny house videos, and I just started thinking about, I would never be able to stay here. And I know a lot of people stay in their homes when they lose their spouse, their partner. I don't think I could manage it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about a tiny house. I would need to be around people. There's nobody here. There's nobody around here. It's very, very quiet. That's why I like the beach community, because my neighbor is like 20 feet. If you haven't watched that video, do go down and watch. I'll put the link below. Do go down and watch that, and you'll see how close. I did put the camera and show you that my neighbor's like, we can talk. We can be in our living rooms with the window open and have a conversation. Oh, will she ever shut up? Oh, I'm going to leave this video on this last note. Maybe make you giggle, because I'm laughing about it. So every once in a while I get a comment and they say, Jeri, you talk too much. So what I decided, it used to bother me, but my channel is about conversation and creativity. It's about both. So as I said, it used to bother me, and I don't know, the last one that I received was a couple months ago. I just went, why are you letting this bother you? This is ridiculous. They should go to another channel. So if you're not in love with my chatter and whatever, it's okay. It's all right. Go to another channel, or take what you can get from my channel. If you're enjoying certain things from my channel and you want to fast forward me, go ahead. It's fine. It's okay. But I am going to tell you that I'm going to delete your comment. So don't bother leaving it because I decided to not answer them anymore. I was answering them for a while. And I said, no, delete. And if you do it twice, you get blocked. So we're going to leave on that happy note because honestly, I have finally come to terms with it and I'm okay with it. So I'm going to leave you on that note, and trust me, don't say, oh, Jeri, I'm so sorry. Don't, because I don't care anymore. I finally just released it up. I gave it to God. I said, whoever loves me, and whoever doesn't, doesn't. And I actually wrote a few mantras to keep handy when I first heard the comment, because it does hurt your feelings a little bit at first. But now you could say it, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete it. And if you do it twice, I'm going to block you. You won't be able to do it again. I don't think it's good for my people to see that negativity down in the comments. So that's why we're getting rid of them. All right. Just remember, until next time, keep moving, just play, no rules, and remember to find something to be grateful for each and every day if you're able. And I'm sending you all big hugs, and I will see you again when I can see you again. Bye for now.